Hi, I'm Liz Lyles, the founder and CEO of Daughters of Worth. So I moved to Greenville in 2013, and during that time frame I had the opportunity and privilege of working with another organization, and I was in charge of about 65 kids each week. And over the course of those 2 years of being the program director, began to build trust and relationship with a lot of the girls of our community. They began coming to me and sharing their hearts and their stories and the things that were happening within this community, within their homes. We had little girls. There was one little girl who came to me one night, and she had these tears just falling down her face. And her question to me that night was, how do I make it stop? And when I asked her, how do I make what stop? She shared with me that her brother was part of a gang, and part of the initiation for the boys and the men to come into this gang was to come into her room and to violate and rape her 9-year-old little body. And so she would sleep at night with a knife tucked underneath her pillow and lock the doors and pray that tonight those boys and men would not come in. We had other girls who had stories of being trafficked, girls who were living in dire poverty, girls who were coming home to spaces with no running water and no utilities, no food. Girls going to sleep in their bathtubs because that was the only safe place as gunfire was coming through their rooms. These are only a few of the stories. I literally could tell hours and hours of stories of the girls of our communities. And as I was speaking with each girl, I asked her who was her safe person. Who was that person that she connects with when she's hungry or violated or simply needs a safe space to be or support system. And across the board, every single one of those little girls said, Miss Lizzie, I don't have anybody. And so Daughters of Worth was established as a direct response to those needs and to rise up for the girls of our communities. Our mission is to educate, equip, and empower girls of all ages to become strong women of influence in their communities. And we do that work by making certain that she has a whole tribe of women who is here to support her and love her through that journey. We have got several different opportunities for people to get involved. Through our organization, we really serve under 3 different spaces: mentorship, advocacy, and emergency needs. We need people who are willing to do the work of being the boots on the ground. We need facilitators and mentors to come alongside of us who are willing to take a group of girls and be able to pour into those girls directly. So if your heart is being part of that mission and being part of that boots on the ground, we need women who are willing to step up into that position. We also need people who can help meet emergency needs. A lot of the things of food and clothing and hygiene items, school supplies. We serve hundreds of girls throughout eastern North Carolina. So even though we are based here in Pitt County, we actually have presence in 4 or 5 counties throughout the area. So there's a strong need to be able to meet those emergency needs. So sometimes it looks like just bringing those items that we are most in need of. We also have sponsorship opportunities. For only $20 a month, you can actually sponsor one of our girls in our program, and that provides her with that mentorship, that advocacy, the emergency needs. We have scholarship opportunities. We have prizes and awards that we offer. And so many different things that she receives. So regardless of where you're at, whether you want to be hands-on directly invested, or whether you just want to bring items on occasion, or if you want to be a partner in this work, we are truly in need of all of those things. So you can actually go to our website directly, and that's daughtersofworth.org or .com. We have both of those domains. And directly on that, you can either complete a volunteer application, you can also give directly. We also have Venmo and Cash App, Daughters of Worth through that. Or if you would like to send a check, you can also send a check directly to P.O. Box 2494, Greenville, NC 27836. There are so many stories, to be honest, that it's hard to just choose just one, because you have girls that you are seeing that are rising up to become the best version of themselves. I think for me, one of the greatest accomplishments was a little over a year ago. We have presence in Beaufort County as well, and have a group at Washington High School. I'll never forget going into this class and into this group of girls that were here, and girls who were who were failing out of school, girls who had planned to drop out, girls who had, several of them had been homeless throughout the year, several of them were moms, struggling with so many different spaces and just not even knowing their worth. We came into that group and began to build relationships with these precious, precious girls and began to see a transformation, not just in one individual girl, but in this whole group. They found a tribe of women that they could support and turn to. We had girls calling us at 10 o'clock at night, sharing their stories and asking for help. We had girls who, as they were kicked out of their homes, we were able to come alongside of and to get them sheltered. Girls who were our first phone call, we were their first phone call when traumatic events were happening. At the end of this year, the principal came into that classroom and said, I just want to share with you what has happened as a result of Daughters of Worth and these girls. Prior to us coming in, most of these girls were not successful in school. We offer scholarship programs. We offer incentives for academic achievement for service learning opportunities. The principal came in that day and said that every single one of those girls was on the AB honor roll. We have seen girls who literally thought that they were either going to fail and not be able to graduate, girls who had planned to drop out because they did not have any vision for their future, who have now graduated, who now hold jobs. One of our girls is just starting an internship at the Beaufort County High Partnership for Children. We have another girl who is getting ready to start an internship at the United Way. We're watching girls move into independence, get their own spaces, finding their voice, where when things are happening that are not okay, they're calling us to say, can you help me? Can you help me share my story? Girls who are survivors of trafficking that are saying, I need to go to law enforcement. I need to have someone else hear my story and be a part of the solution. As long as I can stand here and tell you the stories of the awful things that are happening, I could also stand here for hours and tell you of the power that happens. And it's not because of me, it's because of a whole tribe of women. And it's a powerful thing. When you have a whole tribe of women who are rising up together to love and support and invest in the girls of our communities, that is a phenomenal thing that's taken place, and it is truly, wholeheartedly changing the lives of our girls. I just want to thank you so much for being a part of this and for taking the time to hear of the heart and vision and mission of Daughters of Worth and what we're doing to make an impact in our community. And today I just want to invite you to be a part of this. This takes a whole community rising up to shift the trajectory and bring hope into her life. Right now, as we're speaking, we have a girl who has just been rescued from trafficking. This happened right here in Greenville. We are in need of a safe home. This is one of our goals for Daughters of Worth, is to be able to have a safe haven where we can bring girls. Last year alone, during 2020, we had 10 girls, 10, between the ages of 18 to 22 who at some point during that time frame did not have a space for shelter, did not have a space for protection, did not have a space to be loved. It is our heart at Daughters of Worth to be able to provide for these girls, but we need your help. Whether that is coming in as a facilitator, a mentor, getting in the work of advocacy, giving items as you can, becoming a partner, or even being willing to help us begin this huge movement for a safe home for the girls of our communities. I just would love to invite you today to be a part of this need, to be a part of the response, and to be a part to really shift and change our community for the good. Thank you again, and follow us at Daughters of Worth. My name is Liz Lyles. Connect with me directly if you have any questions. We would love to have you involved.